Hello everyone, welcome back to Romhacking with Stewie. In this session, we will uh, work on having a setup for our Python code, our Python project. So for that, we will be using Pycharm IDE. I'm using the community edition. I think I have a pretty old version, but yeah, I might need to upgrade. But we can get the latest one, it should be the same. So you can download this version and then we will create a new project. So in the location, we add a folder for Robot Wars Alpha 3 where we did some tests. I put some, I extracted the files from the ISO. And I have my session video for these. I will create under just right below this another layer, and I will just call it with the acronym. And this will be my GitHub repo where I will host code and other stuff. And from Pycharm, I will create a new environment using a virtual environment. I will keep the regular name venv. And right now I'm based on Python 3.10. So let's do that. Let's hit create and new window. We should have something like this, a small hierarchy. It gives us a main file with some kind of hello world, I guess. And from there, what I like to do is I will create a folder. I'll make it a Python package. Let's call it tools. And right below, we will create a Python package. This is where we will be hosting all of our Python code. So at some point, maybe you would have some assembly code. You could have a ASM folder and other stuff like that. So we have our Python right here and a main here. So I don't really like it, so I will just move it on the under the Python. So we could uh, we could try and execute this main file and see what happens. Print Pycharm, and what it does, it goes into this directory. It runs Python, this code, it specifies the directory with non-main py, and this will tell this is like the main entry for a program, so it will call this function print I, passing the name Pycharm, and the function is the print I, comma, and the name. That's why we get this. This is the print statement. Pretty simple. So when we create our code, we will try to separate library from test file. So we will have classes where we will create a function and we will call these function externally to test them. So what I like to do is we can keep this main entry. I will remove this. No, we can keep it for now. I'll just remove the comment. And what I like to do is we can go on edit configuration, and from there you will see a bunch of configurations. So we see the working directory is this. This is my repo folder, so I think it's not that bad. We could also specify the tools. What I like to do is actually to specify the Python. So I'll just add this part to my path, and then the script just becomes main.py. So it's relatively easy. So I think to guess it's not too bad. Let's keep it like this, I guess. Okay. Okay, it looks like I have a anyway. From below, underneath, we can see that it's using our venv. So this is telling me that I'm running this code using this virtual environment. And if I go on the terminal, I should have a VM like this. And I can install library from there, and it will install it inside our virtual environment. So what is interesting is with the configuration, you can have like you could have a you can copy configuration, and this one could be like extract menu text, and then from there you can call any part, and we can do a bunch of stuff. So what we can do is we can create a general class. Let's call a class in Python, Python file. I will call it with the name of our game. And from there, I will create a class like this with a constructor. This is when we instantiate the class. And we can put for now self.game equal Super Robot Wars, just to from there we can have a function. So this is a class named Super Robot Wars Alpha 3. Inside this class, when I instantiate an object of this class, every time it will call this constructor where it will do a bunch of things, then I can have function accessible from this object. So let's create extract all menu, something like that. And you see every time you create a function with def, if you're inside a class, you will need to pass the self argument. And from there, I can do like print extract all menus. Don't forget to indent your code with tab and to make sure that it's aligned. So this class has one function, and we have our main file right here. So we could just yeah, let's keep this from let's keep this one right now. So what we can do is to import from Python or this my okay, it's here. Okay, yeah, I guess. So since I'm already at the same place, I'm already in the hierarchy at the same place of this file, I can just import the Super Robot Wars class. And what I actually want is from this package, so this py file, import the object Super Robot Wars Alpha 3. And from here, I can create an object of this type. So let's call it robot instance equal this with this. Okay, and from there I can do robot dot extract all menu, and this will call this function. So this create an object of type Super Robot Wars 3 and call the function to extract all menus. So this way, this main file can be our main entry. We could pass different parameter, and we can call different part of the main class Superbot Wars Alpha 3, where this will contain like a high level function, extract, reinsert, compress, all of this, and maybe it will call submodule and other stuff. So something we can do is like right now we are on the configuration extract menu text, and this is calling the main.py. So we can go in debug, and we will put the breakpoint here like this, and we click on debug. So if I hit F8, it will go on the next step. But I actually want to go inside this and like let's go in the extract all menu so I can hit I think it's F7. I always forget. I don't use it a lot. Let's go under code view. Let's probably run. Okay, you see from run we can debugging action step into. Let's step into this call, and it goes right here like this. So if we do that, if we do F7 again, like right now, we are on the debug, and inside the debug, what is interesting is you see all the variables. So since I'm inside the object that I just created, and I call the extract all menus, I have access to the variables inside this object. Self is like means this object. This object has an attribute at this game, and it has this value. This is coming from the constructor. And if I hit F7, it goes outside, and if I go here, I can toggle and go on the console, and I will see my extract all menus. So you can always toggle. And then if I hit F7, it will end the program. That's what we have. Let's do again debug, and let's step into this constructor, this call. When this is called, F7 will go right here in under our init constructor. So this one is can be very interesting if you want to create a bunch of variables that will be used later, and like maybe you want to extract load the configuration file that we have created, and you have different parameters. So you load it from this step. We could have a small function to load that. So this is how you create a main program with a class. That's always how I start my project. It's pretty basic, but after that you can expand and have more class and different module. In here, one last thing we could do is we could import the arg system. Let's call sys. Let me just see some code on the left. Yeah, you could use that. Okay, that should be fine. So from syst, so syst is a module that we can use. Sys as a arg parameter that we can use. And I'll put a comment, look at the parameters T1 and T2. So argv store the list of all the parameters that are passed, and I can access the first one and the second one. Index always start at 0 in Python, similar to C++. Let's put a breakpoint here, and let's try to debug and see what happened. It might break, I don't know. So we see right now the main parameter is main py, and oh, we have an issue. Index out of range. That's because we didn't pass any parameter. We just keep the regular. So the first parameter will always be the name of the py file, and from there in the configuration we can pass a bunch of parameters. So we can do a couple of things, but let's say we want to I will show you a better way of doing this later. But for now, let's just do a menu. Okay, this is like the stuff that we want to extract, and the first parameter will be menu, or maybe let's do that. Yeah, extract first. Second parameter is menu, like this. Or maybe in magical, in uppercase. So if we do the same thing, and we look at T3, not this, debug, we'll see now we have extract and we have menus. So from there, we can have different configuration that will do a bunch of things with parameters, and we can use these parameters inside our code. So this will always be created every time. So let's keep it. But here we can do if first parameter, we don't need it, but this one, yes. This will be the action maybe, and then the content, let's say. If action equal extract, do this, else do nothing, or let's not put in anything. So if it's extract, we can test if content equal menus, do this. And from there, we could have if content equal story. Let's say we have something else to extract the dialogue from the story. We could have another function. It's not created yet, so let's create just a dummy function. And we will call it extract all story. Extract all story. Now it's created. I can use it here. All story. So if I run this now, what do I get? Extract all menu because it went into this branch with my two parameters. Like I said, I can copy this, copy the configuration, extract story text. And here we can put story. It needs to be the same exact name. And now I can do extract story. And this is pretty convenient because you don't need to go in like the console, because you could go in the terminal here. And let's say right now we are under the repo, we could cd tools, cd python. And if we call like python this, we will get the same thing. To not sure if I made any typo. Let's do just that. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting. Tools, Python, here, Python, name of the file, extract. Okay, I can call Python, this is good. And okay, menu. So something we can do just to see and analyze. Let's print analyzing your commands, or something like that. I guess it doesn't like my don't know why. Don't know why, but it should you should be able to call it from the command line. So if I go from here, my tools Python, and I go cmd, this interesting. Extract. Ah well, okay. There's probably something. I can look into this and come back in the other session. But for now, you can actually run it from Pycharm, and it's probably dumb, and I'm probably too tired to look into it. But at least you can run it from your configuration, and it works, so which is good. And let's see something. Okay, yeah, okay. Anyway, oh, I think okay, that's very stupid. The name of the file is main.py, not super. Okay, sorry. So this file doesn't actually exist. Actually, it exists, so that's why I didn't get any issue. But this one is my class. I need to use my main. There you go. That's better. Sorry about that. Very dumb issue, like I said. But yeah, so we will use this template for now to run our function, and the idea would be that we would create a bunch of function to extract a menu in the next video, and we will be able to use this command to test our code. So I hope you liked it. In the next session, I would like to look into how to read and like analyze binary files, because we will need that if we want to read our pointers in the SLPS file. Like these pointers that we were talking, we need to know how to read the binary file. So that's what we will do in the next session. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye bye.